The White House's plan to draft an Affordable Care Act subsidies extension may have hit a snag. CBS News has confirmed Speaker Mike Johnson called senior administration officials telling them that most House Republicans have little interest in extending the tax subsidies once they expire at the end of the year. President Trump's advisors had been drafting a plan to continue them for 2 more years. CBS News political reporter Hunter Woodall joins me now. So can you remind us why ACA subsidies is such a hotly talked about topic?
Absolutely. Well, when you look at the dynamics in Congress right now, so far these really critical to some voters, ACA, Affordable Care Act tax credits, are set to expire at the end of the calendar year, Lindsay. And this is really seen as a major political topic for Democrats. Democrats have talked a lot about this. These were tax credits that were helped and boosted, expanded during Democratic President Joe Biden's time in office during a Democratic-held Congress. Now, as we look at the dynamic here, Democrats tend to run on healthcare issues. And we've seen some polling, we have some CBS polling out from earlier this month that shows that healthcare is viewed as a major issue. Now, but it's not viewed as a leading issue for all voters. It is, however, viewed as something that did cause, at least in part, the shutdown that obviously overtook the country for weeks in terms of the federal government. This dynamic continues to play out. We continue to see Democrats very much focusing their messaging on healthcare, while Republicans don't seem to be as interested as addressing these tax credits before the end of the year.
How does this move forward without House GOP support?
That's the key question here. I mean, it can't be forgotten. Republicans hold the House, they hold the Senate, and they hold the White House. So if there's any real chance at this being addressed, it's going to have to happen through Republican-controlled Washington taking action on this, Lindsay. But Democrats are going to be key to this as well, because you've seen this in Congress, to get anything really through, there has to be some sort of bipartisan compromise, given that's how Congress essentially works, unless you use different legislative procedural hurdles. With that being said, Republicans aren't seeing that interest, and we've seen that Republicans, when it comes to health care, it can be a tense topic. We think back to how they tried to essentially overhaul the Affordable Care Act, known as Obamacare, over the years. Hasn't been super successful with them in terms of the response from voters. It remains to be seen how interested they are on actually addressing this before the end of the year.
All right, Hunter Woodall, thanks so much.